We sing a lot, but why do we sing so much? Okay, so this question originally started with me asking, why do animals sing at all? But it turned into me asking, why don't we really see any mammals other than humans sing? And then, after a little bit of research, it became, okay, what is it in the biological evolutionary existence of song that led humans to sing? Now, upon a deep dive into the realm that is scientific-based opinion, I realized we have more hypotheses than answers, ranging from its origin being completely sexual all the way to it being a form of communication that originated before language even existed, using things like rhythms and beats. For example, researchers at Rice University's Shepherd School of Music believe we may have developed song through our nonsensical hymns before we developed language. And not only did it potentially come before language, but it might have actually been the reason we developed more sophisticated forms of conversation to begin with. Okay, now that's cool and all, but it still doesn't answer the question of why do we sing? Well, I figured the best possible source to find this answer would be to look at why our mammal counterparts sing. Now, the first one I looked at was, of course, the only other mammal that comes to mind, which is whales. Why do whales sing? And what I found, well, was interesting. You see, we kind of have a pretty good sense of why whales sing. In fact, it's primarily only male whales who sing. See where this is going? For those who don't, male whales singing is seen as a form of flirting and trying to grab the attention of the opposite sex. Now, well, this would kind of make sense, because if you take a look at all of the songs that we have made since the 60s, over 50% of those were love songs. So does this mean that our music is a form of flirtation too? Well, if singing was purely out of a means to attract the opposite sex, why would heterosexual males listen to other men sing? And why would heterosexual females listen to other women sing? And so on with other sexualities. That alone pretty much debunks the idea that we sing for sexual reasons only, and that it's nothing more than a flirt. So I continued to ask, why do we sing? Why do we sing? Why do we sing? Until I realized I may need to ask a different question, which is, why can't everyone sing? And the simple answer is, we don't need to. Evolution has never implied that in order to reproduce, you need to be able to sing. You won't be kicked out of your tribes or be unable to procreate without being able to sing, which means singing can't have a detrimental effect on who we are today. Now, this leads me to a hypothesis that could explain why we sing, and it ties back to the start of the video where we talked about how song was potentially around before language, which could mean that our distant pre-language ancestors needed song to survive, that millions of years ago, song, hymns, and beats were the only way to tell others that there could be danger approaching, which would then mean that song might be a byproduct of why we're here today. And that maybe song was once an important part of our survival as a species, but today is just a complement to everyday speech as another way to tell a story. If you enjoyed this concept and want to see more just like it, feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.